welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing an 8-month review on the Garmin Force. Do I still love it? Has anything changed? Well, let's dig into it and find out. But I want to say one thing. Let me just get off by saying this. They're more expensive now than they were when I bought it. I think they went up about $500 in price. There are some rumors of some longer shaft models coming. Maybe even one soon, an updated version. Don't know. I'm hearing rumors of that. But let's get into our review. This is an 8-month review. I had it back in November, so I've had it for 8 months, and I put a lot of time on it. Let's go through the things that have messed up. I had to replace the transducer on the foot. It's a GT54 transducer. One half of it went out. Actually, it was out when I first turned it on. Now, that is the second GT54 transducer, not in the trolling motor, but period with Garmin that I've had to replace. Both the times the customer service has been wonderful. Very quick replacements, no problems there. The trolling motor is still strong and solid. It doesn't, not a lot of flex in it. Although there are a few areas where it squeaks occasionally. All you do is hit that with a little oil and a little lubrication, and it's fine. Everything's good there. I've not had any problems there. I have had this loosen up one time, so I can understand where the depth limiter collar works so well, because this one loosened up and the adjustment loosened up, so if it didn't have that depth limiter collar, it possibly could have slid down. So I can understand that loosened up. You know, I guess going down the road and things like that, maybe they need to figure out like a cam lock system where that'll lock into place. Other than that, it's been wonderful. I've heard stories about the prop being weak and brittle. I'm going to tell you something. I have beat the prop on this thing to death on stumps and bricks and concrete. No problems. No problems whatsoever. It's still quiet. I think the spot lock works great. It's just like everything. If it doesn't have a lot of wind, it's not going to work great. But I think so far I've had nothing but positive things to say about it. Now, let's go into the one thing that I did have a negative about. My foot tray, where the foot pedal sits, it got clogged up and it filled up with water. Now, when it did this, the pedal was in there and water got inside the pedal. It didn't mess it up, but what it did was it made it kind of where I guess internally when you would turn to the left or the right, it was kind of jumping, and therefore until it dried out, I was unable to use the pedal. I was able to get by using the remote for about an hour. I just set it up there and let it dry. And after that, it was completely fine. And trust me, it was underwater, and probably underwater for about 24 hours. Still worked just fine. The battery compartment remained dry, so that's a plus. The negative was when I did figure out it was full of water and I pulled the plug because it was storming outside and I didn't go outside. I was going fishing the next morning and didn't realize it wasn't going to do that till I got to the lake. So there's next time I've learned to make sure my drains are clean. Spot lock still works great. The remote's still awesome, just don't use it as much during bass season as I use otherwise. So during crappie season, things like that. But so far, I still love this joker. It's been a great trolling motor for me. I have no complaints about it, and I'm going to tell you something. It's I would recommend buying it if you can afford it. It's very high. It's very costly, but it's, to me, I've used the Ultrexes, had the Ultrexes. I've used the Ghost. I gotta say it's the best one of all of them I've had, and I gotta say it's been a good one. But guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Ring the bell.